everyone, welcome to another episode of RawRadiantHealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So, I'm back in Bali. I was in Hong Kong for the past, let's say, week. I was visiting my family over the holidays. I'm very blessed that I have a cousin that lives in Hong Kong. So I got to go and visit her and her kids and the rest of her family, and it was just fantastic. And they've come to visit me here in Bali as well, so it's nice because my parents, my brother, my friends, everyone's in North America. So it's nice to have someone that's on this side of the world close by, and good to spend the holidays. So I'm back, and today I had a little realization that I wanted to share with you guys that kind of helped me gain perspective, and it also just kind of woke me up of something to try. And it was pretty much came out of an experience I had early this morning when I woke up early and thought, maybe I'll go to a yoga class today. And the last time I was at a yoga class was 6 months ago. And yes, I'm in Bali, but I live in Legian, which is, it's near Kuta. It's between Kuta and Seminyak. It's right in the middle. And it's along the coast. And around here, there's not so much yoga. You get like Ubud, which is in the center of yoga of Bali, which is kind of like the yoga center of Bali. And that's where there's like so much yoga and raw foods and great stuff. But here in Legian, it's you got the ocean, things like that, and not so much yoga. But there is a Bikram yoga studio like literally around the block from where I live. And there's also another yoga studio not too far away as well. So why don't I take advantage of it, right? So, well, I did. Months ago, when I first arrived and came here, I did go to a Bikram class, and at the time, the day that I went, the heaters were a little bit messed up because Bikram yoga, it's hot yoga, and the smell that was coming out of the heaters wasn't so great. It was kind of smelled like burnt rubber, and who wants to do a class with air like that, right? So I never went back, and ever since then I thought about going back because I love Bikram yoga, and many times I thought, you know, I should just try it out one more time. Why write it off, right? So it's taken me 6 months to finally go back, and I go back, and you know, the yoga studio is so beautiful, and everyone's so nice, and there's no smell coming out of the heating units, and in fact the heating units look like they're kind of new. And I was like really amazed. I was like, wow, this is so great. And at the end of class I was like, you know, I wish I didn't wait 6 months to go and do this, right? So it got me thinking of how many times do I do something, like do a class or sign up for something, try something new, and do it once, and then if I don't like it, never go back. I mean, I've done this many times with many things, and it's not only with a class, but it could also be with food, you know, trying something once and being like, ooh, never having that again. Or meeting someone and being like, oh, that person was strange, and never really giving them a chance. I mean, it happens all the time, right? It happens probably every day in our daily life that, you know, we're always coming into contact with things that we have to make a choice, yes, no. And it just got me thinking of how many things that have come into my life that I haven't given enough of a chance. And I want to share that with you. And for you to think about, you know, are there things or people or experience in your life that you kind of just signed off, like, as being like, no, that's not for me. I mean, I know with the raw food diet, I mean, how many people email me every day being like, they tried it for 2 or 3 days and then decided it's just not for them. And 2 or 3 days, it's not enough time. You got to do it for a few weeks, try it out, experience it, play with things, you know, and get used to having that change of lifestyle. Can't just come to conclusions so quickly. And it's the same thing with like an exercise routine. I mean, I know with gyms and stuff, how many people get a gym membership, do it for a week, and then never go back. And they're like, oh, working out is not for me, right? But you have to give things a little bit more of a chance. And it just made me realize that I have to be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more diligent, and just try things out. So I don't know, maybe think about, is there something in your life that you need to try out? And at the same time, also to think about, one thing that I thought about when I was leaving the class was I realized that, you know, maybe it wasn't the things in that studio that had changed. Maybe they didn't renovate, maybe they didn't change the heaters, but maybe it was my own attitude or my own judgment that had changed, you know, that maybe something in me had changed, that I'm not as affected by certain things anymore, or it doesn't bother me like it used to. So that too, we change with things, that it's always good to go back to those things that we once said, it's not for me, try it out again. Same thing with durian fruit. How many times someone has tried durian and been like, oh, it's not for me, but if they just tried it a second or third time, they realize, oh, this is the best fruit in the world. So I'm leaving you guys with that, and I'm wishing you a fabulous day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!